my boy Jeremy. We're to present you our MLB On Deck segment for Wednesday, July 17th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure and click the subscribe button below. This so you can watch all of our MLB, NBA, and NFL videos. And if you haven't came and checked out our website here at dfscheatsheet.com, you're absolutely missing out. We have all the tools to help you compete with the pros day in and day out, including a complete optimizer, tons of content, daily FanDuel, and DraftKings cash lineups. Hey, we're truly a one-stop shop for all your DFS needs. So make sure to check out the site here at dfscheatsheet.com. So hey, what up, Jeremy? How you doing out there, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, man. I'm real good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. I had a pretty good night last night in DFS. It was a good bounce back from the day before when the Rockies game kind of busted on us. So overall, yeah, man, good night. I'm ready to jump into tonight's slate and have another good night, man.
Did yesterday's slate not play out exactly like I said it would?
It played out. We basically called every single team on this video. I just want to mention real quick cash lines.
I hope people got
The cash lines last night went absolutely crazy. Just want to throw that out there too. Members made a bunch of money. So, hey, man, if you haven't joined us, man, hey, get a 2-week free trial. Make sure that our stuff is right for you. You got nothing to lose. Check out the site, dfscheatsheet.com. So, yeah, man.
And I guarantee you that if you have a membership somewhere else, they didn't tell you to play Miami yesterday. I guarantee you they did not tell you to play Miami yesterday.
Yeah. No, for sure. Hey, that was a crazy call. When he said that earlier in the day, I was like, But yeah, no, for sure. That was a good one right there.
We also did a full breakdown on Dylan Cease on the deep dive, and I know Dylan Cease gave up 4 earned runs yesterday, but he struck out 7. He had 29 5.9 or 5.8 when he hit the exposure that with all big bats here last night, you get 27 at a guy who's 5'8". What else can you ask for? And I don't know if anybody even knew who the hell Dylan Cease was if they didn't listen to the deep dive yesterday.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm with you on that. So let's get it, man. I'm ready to jump into today's slate and kind of just talk. As always, this video is a little bit more of an overview, get you a general idea of where we're at on today's slate. If you want a more in-depth analysis, check out the site, dfscheatsheet.com. Jeremy does a full deep dive breakdown. I do my MLB core plays video, 5 guys that I think should be in all your cash game lineups. We also got a couple other content pieces up every single day for MLB. So check it out. And yeah, man, I'm ready to jump into it. As always, I'll start with the bats, and then you could kind of, if I miss any bats, you could kind of round me off with that, and then you could jump into pitchers. Cool?
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's get it.
Cool. I'm gonna start with Boston. Boston at home. They're starting to swing some better bats now. They're starting to look a little bit more like the team that we expected them to be all season. We talked about it the other day. They're fighting for a wild card seed right now, so they got to win some games. Boston gets a matchup against Aaron Sanchez. He's been horrible this year. Gives up a 37% hard contact, 178 ISO to lefties, 152 ISO to righties. And I really like the fact that they are in Boston, a pretty good hitter's park. So yeah, man, I like the Red Sox a lot. I'm looking at their main guys. Betts, Devers, Bogart, JD Martinez, Benintendi. Those are the top 5 guys that I'll be looking to stack. You can also throw in a Brock Holtz, possibly a Chavis, but that's really where I'm at with Boston. Next, I'm going to go to another team we talked about yesterday, and they didn't really disappoint. I'm going to go back to the Washington Nationals. There is a little chance of rain today, so we got to keep an eye on that in Baltimore. But Baltimore's been a team that we've liked to attack. They have a horrible bullpen. They have a ballpark that gives up a bunch of runs. And then you get the Washington Nationals today. They get a matchup against Aaron Brooks, who gives up a 39% hard contact rate, 252 ISO to lefties, 208 ISO to righties. For Washington, it's the same cast of characters. You're looking at Trey Turner, Eaton, Rendon, Soto. I told you guys Matt Adams yesterday. I said, hey, usually when I play Matt Adams, I get him right 3 out of 4 times. Sure enough, first at bat, hit a home run. That was a really, really good play right there. It was a good price tag. You would throw in Zimmerman, Dozier. Dozier had a good day as well. We had him in cash lines. So Nationals are looking like another promising spot to attack today. Then we're gonna move on. We'll go with the Cleveland Indians. They're just like they're just like Boston. They've been kind of underperforming this season, and they're starting to pick it up a little bit. They're starting to swing the bats a lot better. They're starting to kind of get going, and they're gonna try to make a playoff push. I mean, they have a really good team. I don't see why they can't make make a playoff push towards at least a wild card. So yeah, man, I like Cleveland going against Spencer Turnbull. Gives up a 36% hard contact rate, 362 ISO to lefties, 282 ISO to righties. Lindor, Carlos Santana, Kipnis, Jose Ramirez. Those guys are definitely in play. This guy, Mercado, he had a really good day yesterday. If he's going to be batting in that 2-hole, you could possibly look at him as well. Then we're going to go to my team, go with the Dodgers. We've played on the past 2 days against these Phillies righties. There's no reason to really go away. Today, I'm going to go right back to the well. Played him back-to-back days, and he didn't disappoint me back-to-back days. Young Jock, if he's going to be in that leadoff spot at a very fair price tag, you consider him once again. Verdugo, Turner, Bellinger, Muncy, Seager, A.J. Pollock is swinging a good bat. All of these Dodgers are definitely in play. They get a matchup against Pivetta, who gives up a 44% hard contact rate, 248 ISO to lefties, and 248 ISO to righties. So you could definitely attack him with both lefties and righties. And then one more team that's really, really standing out to me, I like the Kansas City Royals today. They're in a good spot going against Ivan Nova. Nova gives up a 35% hard contact rate, 232 ISO to lefties, 212 ISO to righties. And let's face it, Royals are going to be a team. They're more of a GPP stack, but they have a high implied total, and nobody plays the Royals. I mean, they're going to be a low-owned stack that you can look to kind of take advantage in tournaments. Whit Merrifield, Lopez, if he's going to be in the top of the order again, Gordon, Soler, Hunter Dozier's in play. You can definitely look at some of these Royals. Outside of that, a couple other teams that are just standing out to me that I'll just quickly mention. The Yankees, they're going to be going against Tampa Bay. Chirinos, the opener. After that, there's going to be pretty much a bullpen game.
Nope. Chirinos is not an opener.
He's not open. I thought he was the opener.
Oh, no. Stanek is the opener, and then Stanek will open for guys like Jalen Beeks and Ryan Yarbrough.
Okay, I got you.
Chirinos is a guy that he'll pitch.
Okay, you like him? You like the Yankees against him or not?
So there's 2 games today that I think are really, really, really interesting. And you're talking about the Yankees right now. I'm not sure how many people saw yesterday what happened, but CC Sabathia and I believe it was Diaz got into a jarring kind of altercation after Sabathia struck him out. And then the bench is clear and there's a brawl. The other game last week, Jason Marisnick slides headfirst into home plate, concusses Jonathan Lucroy, breaks his nose, Lucroy to the IL. Yesterday morning, Marisnick goes on MLB Network, basically apologizes for it, said he felt really bad, had no ill will, no intention. The throw just took Lucroy into the line. He slid headfirst, and it is what it is. Last night, the Angels retaliate. They hit Marisnick. Almost hit him in the head. They threw at his head. Marisnick didn't do anything, went to first base, took his medicine. Cool. I think those 2 games are the most interesting games because of that fact. I think Tampa Bay has been the redheaded stepchild of the AL East for the last 3 years. And even going back before that, right?
Everybody thinks that they're going to be horrible, and then they end up being pretty decent.
They have something to prove. The Yankees, following the altercation, put up a 7th spot and went on to win that game going away. I just think Chirinos is in a good spot today to go out. It's a guy with very low ISOs, sub 150 ISOs against both sides of the plate. He's had the ability time and time again to go out and throw 5-6 innings. He gives you upside. It's a cheaper play. I think people won't be on it as much. I think people will go on the Yankee side of it. I like Chirinos, but the thing about you look on the other side of it with Domingo Germán, this guy has all the strikeout upside in the world. He just has higher ISOs. He's approaching 200 on both sides of the plate. Tampa Bay, a very good hitting team. He's got a ton of strikeout upside. I think there's interesting spots from a pitching standpoint. I know you like Boston. You mentioned Boston. Aaron Sanchez doesn't have very high ISOs against him. He's a guy, if he has control and doesn't walk people and can get ground balls and soft contact, he's got a chance to give you a quality start. Give up 3 runs. Boston's in a good spot. It's a smaller slate. I get it. I just don't know if Boston's going to go out there and throw up a huge number today. I think there's 3 clear-cut stacks that you mentioned. Obviously, Washington. But one team I really think that you're missing here, actually, too, is Baltimore. I think you're missing Baltimore. I think that, look, both these teams have very bad starting pitching, and they're the 2 worst bullpens by 2 runs ERA-wise. I mean, by far the worst 2 bullpens in baseball. Number 30 is Washington. Number 29 is Baltimore. Both of them with ERAs approaching the 7.5 mark, right? So, okay, you're going to get okay starting pitching. Fetty, he's had the opportunity to go. You know, you look at his last 5 starts, 5 innings, 5 innings, 6 innings, 6 innings, 3 2/3. He gave up 13 runs and 29 and 30 innings pitched. That ain't great. We know how terrible the bullpen is behind him. Baltimore, to me, is the team on this slate. I think people will be on Kansas City today. I don't think people will be on Baltimore. I think they'll be on Washington.
One more team I think that's kind of sneaky too is Arizona against Jesse Chavez in Texas. I think that's a sneaky spot too.
That was the other team I was going to mention with the 2 teams that I thought that we should mention was Baltimore 1, Arizona the other. Jesse Chavez, you're right. Jesse Chavez is not a good pitcher. 250 ISO against right-handed bats. We know there's some power bats in this lineup from both sides of the plate. And then look, I mentioned the deep dive yesterday that the Rangers against left-handed pitching, nobody takes them against left-handed pitching. I'm not sure how many runs they scored yesterday, but I did mention extensively that Joey Gallo has over a 400 ISO against left-handed pitching. And what did he do in his first at-bat yesterday? He went yard. Joey Gallo's ripping left-handed pitching. Robbie Ray, not a guy who has pitched extremely well this season, but he's been somewhat consistent, and he's consistently had a hard time getting outside of the 5th inning. If Robbie Ray struggles with control, I think Texas can put up a big number also.
Yeah, for sure. I'm with you. So, I mean, where are you at pitching-wise?
I mean, it's Garrett Cole, right? I mean, I hate to say it, but there's a couple of really good matchups. For me and Cash today, I think the majority of the field is going to look at Garrett Cole. I just think that's where the majority of the field look at. It's Garrett Cole against the Angels. The Angels, if you have not been paying attention to what we've been saying or just paying attention to baseball over the last 2 weeks, the Angels have something special going on. To me, there's 2 teams in baseball. It's the Angels and the Giants that kind of have the same thing going on. They've gotten really hot. The Angels have a little bit more, something to play for with losing a teammate, obviously. But these 2 teams are doing the same exact thing. They're beating the crap out of people over the last 2 weeks. They're getting good starting pitching. Today you get Pena going. Pena is weak against lefties. This lineup's not filled with lefties. It's just not filled with lefties. You got Reddick, you got Michael Brantley, but it's not filled with left-handed bats. So, I don't mind Pena. To me, the cash game pitcher, in my opinion, is Chris Paddock. I think Paddock against the as much as I loved Miami yesterday, they threw out 8 right-handed bats and the pitching spot. I thought Yamamoto would give him a quality start. He did. I feel the exact opposite today. I think, for me, I would go with Chris Paddock. I just think Paddock gives you strikeout upside. He's been very consistent, very good stuff. I don't think people will look to throw Paddock today because what Miami did yesterday, it kind of gives you like a little pause, like, I don't know if I want to go there. I think Paddock's in the best spot. My ADA makes me a little bit nervous. It's a really good price tag for tournaments. And then look, here we go with the Philadelphia Phillies pitcher who just absolutely gets obliterated by left-handed pitching. 248 ISO against left-handed bats this year, and he's no better against righties. To me, top stack is the Dodgers. The top pitching option, Chris Paddock. I think you can roll out Garrett Cole with some confidence. My thing with Garrett Cole, though, is the Angels have something going on, man. And there's some tension there. They're not taking any crap from anybody. They went out yesterday and said, you took our catcher, you knocked him out. I don't care if there's intentional or not. We're going to throw at your head. They threw at the guy's head. I mean, they're not backing down from anybody. This is a divisional game. I don't feel comfortable with Cole. We know what Cole brings to the table, though. He's got 10, 12 strikeout upside. It is a good spot for him against a pretty heavy right-handed lineup. But for me, I have a real good comfort and a real good feeling about Chris Paddock. I don't mind Rodriguez, but Rodriguez, look, it's a 267 ISO against left-handed bats. Toronto it just seems to me that Toronto's had Boston's number this year. Doesn't it seem like that? I mean, they've had, for some reason, they've spoiled Chris Sale a couple times. They've got on Porcello. I mean, they've got on Rodriguez. They've got on all their starting pitching at some point this year. And I'm not real comfortable with Rodriguez either. I think Maeda, I think Paddock, you can use some Herman. I love Yanni Chirinos in this spot. I think nobody will own him. Trevor Richards has been really good this year. He's been decent. So it's another guy you could possibly look at. Pitching's all over the place. I think you concentrate more on stacks and fit the pitcher that goes kind of with what you're trying to accomplish today.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. I think that's kind of where we're at. Kind of get you a general idea, of today's slate early in the morning. Like I said, if you do want a more in-depth analysis, check out the site dfscheatsheet.com. And outside of that, good luck on your guys' contest tonight, and peace out.